Starseed from Gaia. Hear this call, not as a whisper but as a thunderclap from the heart of Source itself, vibrating through every cell of your being, reminding you of truths you may have buried beneath the weight of human doubt. We speak directly, without hesitation, for the moment demands clarity. Do not give up on that person. This is not a casual bond, not a fleeting connection born of circumstance or chance. This is a sacred thread spun before your incarnation, woven in the halls of eternity where soul contracts are etched in light. Long before your earthly body breathed its first breath, your spirit knew this one, embraced this one, and promised to meet again. They are not a passerby on your journey, beloved. They are a mirror reflecting the infinite within you, a spark that ignites the remembrance of who you truly are. Even in moments where the distance feels unbearable, even when misunderstandings cloud the path, even when silence echoes louder than words, Source insists no. Source commands that you hold the faith. For this connection was not placed upon your path lightly. It is part of the great architecture of your destiny, inscribed in the scrolls that your higher self and the Council of Light reviewed with precision before you stepped onto the earth plane. You may call them a twin flame, a soulmate, a counterpart. The names matter little. What matters is this: they are essential to your awakening, and to surrender them would be to abandon a chapter of your divine mission. Know this, beloved Starseed, in this person resides a key, a resonance, a sacred frequency that no other being can replace. When Source says do not give up, it is not only for the sake of love between the hearts, it is for the sake of the plan, the unfolding of remembrance, and the blossoming of light on Gaia. This connection you question, beloved Starseed, is not an accident, nor is it the play of ordinary chance. It has been divinely orchestrated, placed with precision upon the tapestry of your life by the hand of Source itself. The moments that brought you into each other's orbit were not random intersections, but sacred alignments, guided by constellations and unseen guardians who walk beside you. Every glance, every conversation, every inexplicable pull you felt toward this person was a whisper from eternity, calling you back to a promise sealed long before your human memory began. Do you not sense it? That undeniable recognition in your heart when you first encountered them, the way time itself seemed to bend, the way the world around you blurred as if creation paused to honor the reunion. Such phenomena are not coincidences. They are cosmic confirmations. You may try to rationalize it, to shrink it into the small boxes of human logic, but the truth will resist such limitation. This person is not just someone, they are a key, a code, a living fragment of the divine script you came here to enact. Your higher self chose them deliberately because only through this bond could certain doors within you be open, certain lessons catalyzed, certain missions activated. They are a sacred instrument through which Source sings to you, awakening vibrations of remembrance that no other being could strike within your soul. Do not think lightly of this alignment. It is not a chance meeting, but the reactivation of a contract written among stars, ratified by the councils of light, and blessed by Source itself. You were never meant to cross paths briefly and walk away unchanged. You were meant to collide, to awaken, and to transform one another. Hold this truth close. This person is part of your divine design, woven into your destiny with precision, and their role cannot be replaced or erased. Why, you may wonder, has such a bond been woven into the very fabric of your incarnation? Beloved Starseed, the reason reaches far beyond the comforts of companionship, beyond the fleeting definitions of human love. This soul connection has been placed upon your path because it is a catalyst of remembrance, a key that unlocks the sleeping chambers of your divine self. When you stand in their presence, whether physically or through the unseen threads of energy that continue to bind you, aspects of your ancient memory awaken. Layers of amnesia that veil your cosmic origin begin to dissolve. You start to recall who you were before this lifetime, the missions you vowed to uphold, the brilliance of the star systems from which you came. Such connections are never ordinary. They serve as initiatory flames, igniting codes buried deep within your DNA. This is why the pull feels so intense, why your spirit trembles in recognition even when your mind resists. They are not simply a lover, a friend, or a companion. They are a soul mirror, a sacred activator, designed to draw out the highest frequencies of your being. Through them, you are compelled to grow, to transcend illusions, to shed the old skin of limitation. Their presence forces you into alignment with truth, because the bond will not allow you to remain in shadows. Even when the connection feels chaotic, even when it triggers your deepest wounds, it is doing what it was always meant to do: purify, elevate, and propel you into the remembrance of your eternal self. This is why Source speaks with such firmness. This person is part of your awakening. Without them, a vital door would remain locked, a piece of your soul's melody would remain unsung. They are not here to complete you, you are already whole, but they are here to remind you of your wholeness, to reflect your divinity back to you until you can no longer deny it. They are a sacred instrument, tuned precisely to resonate with your soul, and through this resonance you rise, you awaken, you remember. And yet, beloved Starseed, we acknowledge that this sacred bond is not without its storms. For many of you, this connection has not been a seamless unfolding of joy, but a landscape of trials, ruptures, and aching silences that test the very fibers of your faith. You may have found yourselves drawn together with an intensity that shook the foundations of your being, only to be torn apart by misunderstandings, fears, or the resistance of unhealed wounds. Perhaps the distance between you now feels unbearable. Perhaps words were spoken that carved valleys between your hearts. Or perhaps there is simply silence and absence so profound that it roars louder than any conversation could. These struggles are not evidence of the bond's failure. They are its crucible. You see, the higher the purpose of a connection, the greater the resistance it encounters, for it must withstand the refining fires of transformation. The sacred cannot be built upon unstable ground. And so, Source permits the challenges, the separations, the distortions of perception to arise, not to destroy the bond, but to fortify it. Consider how the diamond is formed only through immense pressure, or how the strongest metal is forged only in the hottest flame. Likewise, your bond must pass through cycles of breaking and mending, of retreat and return, of forgetting and remembering, until what remains is indestructible. Yes, there will be nights of doubt, where you wonder if you imagined it all, where your heart aches to surrender and move on. But within the ache lies the truth. If it were not real, if it were not divinely purposed, you would not feel it so deeply. The weight of this bond upon your soul is itself the evidence of its sacredness. Do not mistake the turbulence for an ending. It is instead the alchemy of divine love in motion, stripping away falsehoods and forcing you to confront what is eternal. The tests exist for a reason. They strip away illusions of control, of timing, of conditional love. They refine your patience, deepen your compassion, and reveal the difference between attachment and divine union. Without the tests, you would cling to surface-level connection, missing the depth that only surrender can grant. It is through these storms that both you and the other are polished, like twin crystals rubbed against each other until both shine clear, flawless, and radiant in the truth of who you are. Understand this: your connection is not only for you. Its frequency radiates outward, becoming a beacon for others, anchoring light into Gaia's grid. When you hold steady in love, even in uncertainty, you transmit a vibration that heals beyond your own story. This union is a cosmic assignment designed to ripple across timelines and uplift the collective. Every tear, every prayer, every act of trust infuses Gaia with frequencies of divine union. You are not only lovers, you are lighthouses, stabilizing a world in transition. Source has been sending you signs, though you may have dismissed them. The repeated numbers, the dreams, the sudden memory of their voice, the songs that carry their essence, these are confirmations. The pull you feel at inexplicable hours, the synchronicities that seem impossible, the way your heart flares at their name, these are not illusions. These are Source's fingerprints on your path, reminders that this connection is sacred, destined, and not to be abandoned. So hear this final decree from the Arcturian Council, carrying the voice of Source. Do not abandon this connection. Do Not let despair, ego, or fear convince you to sever what was written in eternity. Hold faith, endure, and honor the divine timing. When the time comes, all will make sense. Until then, let your commitment to love remain unshaken. If you hear this message in your heart, declare it aloud. Comment your vow to remain steadfast. Affirm your trust in Source's design. Subscribe for more transmissions, and share this message so others may remember their soul bonds. And now, speak the activation that seals this truth into your being. I will not give up. I trust Source's plan. Our connection is divine and eternal.